Destiny time. Oh god. I have no clue what we're doing today. This is week 8 though. This is the best part. Oh shit. That's a screen I usually don't see. Do I also have to like re-sign the policy thing? EUA, I think that's what it's called. End user agreement. Yeah, okay, cool. Wait, does that mean Iron Banner's back in town? Oh, depressing. Oh, look. Draws isn't happening right now. You want to know why? Because today is Thursday. I actually got to it earlier this week. Yay! As far as I know, there's no pressing need for me, so I could take my time with this. Oh, thank God, dude. These past couple weeks, I just felt like hella busy. That, and I just also didn't want to play Destiny 2 or Final Fantasy 14 for that matter. Just one of those times where it's like you want to do something else. You want to do something different.
Guardian, you are close to securing the last relic of Nezarek, and we near the end of our mission. I have noticed no further communications between Aramis and her crews. I hope this means the worst is behind us.
Nah, man, you still gotta like
I did
reconcile with your
find,
daughter.
However, a transmission from Aramis to Ido. It was embedded in an unsecured scribe log. You may have heard it.
I did.
I do not know what Aramis gains in speaking with Ido. We know the ship stealer only acts to her own benefit. But Ido shuns me. She studies the coordinates of the pirate layers without my assistance. I have never seen her behave this way. I cannot place blame solely on Aramis's influence. My actions pushed Ido away, though I meant only to protect her. She will see that in time. She must. Unless she has already made her choice. We must end this now, before something happens that cannot be undone. Claim the final reliquary and finish this conflict. May the light provide.
Man, me finding the relic ain't gonna fix your family problems. You gotta fix them yourself. You are close to securing the last relic of Nezarek. Mithrax tells you through the hologram, and we near the end of our mission. Mithrax has noticed no communications. What? Mithrax has noticed no communications between Aramis and her loyal crews, but he did find record of a message she sent to Ido, buried in the end of a scribe log. Excuse me. Although Aramis's words were benign, he does not trust her. We know the ship stealer only acts to her own benefit, he says. Mithrax reveals that Ido is barely speaking to him. She only sits and studies the coordinate patterns of the pirate layers. He has never seen her so immersed in study. I meant only to protect her, he says softly. We will see that in time. She must. Unless she has already made her choice. Claim the final reliquary and finish this conflict, he urges. May the light provide. I didn't get any of that last week, gosh. Oh, God. I gotta celebrate? That's the final week's requirement, as I have to celebrate? That is so fucking weird. Totally forgot to grab that. Also defeat champions across the system. Okay. Sextant. Navigation 2. Oh my god, they really wanted me to collect a whole bunch of shit. Reach power level 1580. Yeah, I'll get there. Look at all this crap I have on this character. I should have grabbed a weapon last week, but I didn't. That's probably why I barely have any umbral energy. I need that map. I need the damn map that gives me the umbral energy crap. Void Singe. How do I even set this up? Dallas Executioner. Vanishing Step. Air Bomb. Weakens targets on detonation. That's nice. Right. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Am I running the single shot? Yeah, deadfall. Yeah, okay. Overload bow, huh? Let's see what we get. Da 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 da. Use the basic map. I don't need the armor on this character, and really don't care about the weapons. Although I think the idea was to have a higher chance of getting the stuff that you want. Or rather, getting a red bar weapon. Oh. Gotta use shotgun. Or overload, right? Scout rifle was, yeah, anti-barrier this week. Week this season. Holy crap. He's like, this should be finished up this week. I could also finish up this week as well. This will finish up this week. Nothing with that. Not with that yet. Holy crap.
Some crew flew all the way out here to bury their treasure. Damn waste of time. They could have just stored it with me. For a small commission.
There they go.
Your servitor makes you strong, like me.
There they go.
Someone's trying to stop our drill. Get out there and wreck their jammers. Moving
Man,
on
right as
back
the
toward
ruffian
our
spawned.
ship.
Oof. How did I miss?
Your crewmates lend their blades to your cause.
Okay. Fair.
Those crazy wretches are on their way in. I love those guys.
Wow. Ooh. Well, Sometimes you dodge, sometimes you don't.
We got what we came for. Let's get off this cubic hellhole.
So soon. Oh, I was hoping to tour the Exodus Black. A vintage AI like Failsafe must be a treasure trove of Golden Age information.
I guess, but talking to Failsafe is like teaching a thrall to play harmonica. More trouble than it's worth.
Okay. Didn't quite make sense, but I guess I understand the sentiment. I'm really happy that that quest updated the Lucent Brood. So it counted everybody else emoting as well. Oh man, thank Christ. Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp.
Guardian, this layer is swarming with the Lucent Hive. We must not abandon caution now that our mission comes to a close.
Your presence is not necessary.
Ido, what are you doing here? Are you unharmed?
I will retrieve the last relic myself, without violence. The Hive.
Ido, Guardian, find her, please.
Oops, I missed.
She is my light.
Shoot at the sky. Oh, for real? Hi there. Cool. I missed. Goodbye.
I believe I am close to the relic. When we have it, Aramis Kell will see the futility of her actions.
You
Huh?
risk yourself for her. She will never abandon her ways.
No, you both must face the past. You cannot outrun it. You cannot hide it from me.
Ido, please, forgive me.
Oh, I can move forward now. Okay. Just had to wait. And have a little patience. It's our Horde Seeker. Oh god. Oh, hello. Ah.
No! The door is sealed! Father!
I know.
Yo, what's up? I'm here.
Stop! She protected me! Stop!
Do it. Show your daughter who you really are.
Do it. Brother, do it. She deserves it. Nah, you bitch. Get out of the way. I'll do it myself.
She could have had everything.
Ya yeet. Fucking idiot. Should just kill her head and just be done with it. I don't give a shit if Ida would hate me. Get out of my way. I'll do it myself. And he let her get away. Now we got another disciple to fucking deal with. Well, to be fair, I don't know if she'll actually be a disciple of the witness. But she definitely seems like she's working in her own favor. Not anybody else's.
So, let me get this straight. Mithrax has Aramis at the end of his sword, and then nothing? I mean, nothing? Huh. I thought that guy still had some mean in him. Guess I was wrong. I was right about you, though. Gotta hand it to you, kid. You did a hell of a job out there. Drove Aramis off, stopped whatever plan the witness had, and brought home all the pieces of Nezarec. Not bad at all. Mithrax and Ido have the relics now. Don't know what those things can actually do, but if anyone can figure it out, it'd be them. Hope it's something good. Yep, nothing for you to do now but lay back in that big old pile of pirate treasure you got. You deserve it. And don't worry about giving me my cut, Captain. It just felt nice to be a good guy again. Trust.
Mithrax has Aramis at the end of his sword and then nothing? The hologram of Drifter squints at you as you tell him of Mithrax's battle against Aramis. Thought that guy still had some mean in him, he puzzles. Guess I was wrong. Drifter says he has to give you credit. You did a hell of a job out there. Drove Aramis off. Stopped whatever plan the witness had. And brought home all the pieces of Nezarec. He grins. Not bad at all. He seems confident Mithrax and Ido can figure out some way to harness the power of the relics of Nezarec. But until they do, there's nothing to do but enjoy your well-earned riches. And don't worry about giving me my cut, Captain, he winks. It just felt nice to be a good guy again. Trust. Yeah. Spider time? Spider time. Right, gang.
If you're eager to deal death,
Spider awaits behind an array of engrams. This is the end of my stash, Guardian, he says. Nothing left to give after this batch. Choose carefully. Right, gang! Spider watches as you draw yet another powerful weapon from the offered engrams. He chuckles. Hard to argue with luck like that, he says. One thing I've learned through all this. The Guardians are a safe bet. And with that, he says gruffly, readjusting in his chair, I believe I've dutifully distributed all the gear entrusted to me by the Vanguard. So now I must ask you, with all possible kindness and expediency, to get out of my bar. You can tell Ido is smiling when she contacts you over the radio. No attempts at energy jamming today, Guardian, she says. Either Spider finally found his faith in the Guardians, or he realized opposing you is more trouble than it's worth. Either outcome is quite positive, wouldn't you agree?
happy hunting out there.
Aramis Kell, again, I greet you in the light. Not as my enemy, but as my savior. You protected me from the Lucent Hive. Without your intervention, I would have died at their hands. I thank you. I was terrified. Not only of the Hive, but of you. When you arrived, I thought it was to follow through on your threat. Then you turned and raised your blade against my assailants. But that same blade would have taken the life of my father if you'd had the advantage. I am not afraid of what you are, but I am afraid of what you do. The whirlwind led to you. It led to my father. But it led to me as well. We can see a future for the Elixni beyond the pain of the whirlwind. But you think you can't be a part of it. I do not believe that. My father spared you because he saw that you could turn from a path he had once followed. I see this also. I know the futility of this, but I will say it regardless. There is a place for you here. We need not be enemies. Come home, Aramis. May the light provide.
That's just gonna get you killed, kid. Oh, rapid hit explosive payload. Hey, nice. Feeding Frenzy Swashbuckler. Got some good rolls this last week. Where's the damn vault? They got an NEOD in here. It is. Fragile Focus multi-kill clip. One more bullet in the mag. I think there's a sidearm in here. Oh, couple of blues too. Here we go.
Now that we've collected all the relics, Mithrax Kell and I believe that we could harness their power. To what end? we're still uncertain. While I believe in our abilities, I am concerned about the potential side effects such a process could have. An ancient dirge I discovered described something called the Curse of Nezarec, which is rumored to drain the life of the user. Of course, I don't give credence to such superstition. Dark Age humans were comically ignorant. Still, I would rather not take the risk. My father disagrees. I suspect he wishes to redeem himself for his past wrongs, and in that, I cannot dissuade him. We will continue searching for a method to unlock the relics. Until then, the light provides.
Sweet. Map fragments. Rank 16. Will be golden. Okay, so how far am I on a couple of these? Ooh, chapter 4. Bows, hand cannons, pulse rifles. Here we go. Scout rifle, tarnished metal, 1 out of 5. Okay. Oh, I had a red bar brigand's law. 1 out of 5. 1 of 5. We don't have a grenade launcher. We have a shotgun, yeah? 2 of 5. Damn. Damn. Here it is. Sail spy pitch glass. 2 of 5. Come on, man. 1 of 5 for the machine gun. We don't have any rocket launchers. Do we have a sword? No, but all you gotta do is find 1 red bar other half. That doesn't seem like it'd be too hard. I've got a couple of them so far. Not red bars, just normal other halves. Alright, well, lore time. Chapter 8. Here always. Oh, the here always pieces. The console went dark. The message had ended. Aramis knew there would not be another. Come home, Aramis. Aramis closed her eyes. The words settled into the Kell's thoughts. They were heavy. Sharp. She felt herself bleed with. She had begged for death in the moment that Mizrax's blades were at her throat, and his mercy was a deeper wound than any. It was reopened now, by the kindness of a child. Aramis remembered her home. Her home was Rhys, devastated by the great machine. Her home was Aetheris, her mate, sleeping in a ship long since departed from this system. Her home was her hatchlings, at her mate's side. Aramis remembered watching them grow and molt, how they had chittered their delight and looked to her with their wide, luminous eyes. She would give her house to see those eyes again. But the brightness she had seen in Ido's eyes was a wide, blinding terror, not only of the hive, of her. Come home, Aramis. Aramis lived, she lived, and knew what the Elixir had lost. The dream of a new Rhys was delicate and beautiful. Aramis had held it in her hands, close to her chest, for so long. She knew now that she had smothered it. In all her violence and all the death that followed her, she had curled her hands into fists. The dream of a new Rhys would have died with Ido, if she had been left to the hive in their putrid light. But Ido did not know Rhys, and neither did her father. They could look beyond that loss. Come home, Aramis. Aramis knew she would never see anything but terror in another's eyes. Aramis knew that the Elixir would find a new home with Ido. Aramis knew there was no place for her in it. And Chapter 4. Promise. We had discovered a ship full of human usurpers hiding behind one of the moons of a dusty red world they called Mars. Generations of survivors cowering on a derelict colony ship since the great machine failed them. Civix, Rackus, and I led the raiding party that boarded the vessel. The humans were malnourished and pitiful, yet they still tried to fight us. The battle was short and brutal. I watched Rackus rip a usurper's arms out of the sockets and throw them to the floor. He was so strong back then. We all were. Our growing ether shares were intoxicating, as was the bloodlust of unrestricted violence. Rackus was massive, even then, stronger than all of us. One of the human champions, if they could be called such, challenged Rackus. The rest of us stood by as he tore the human's limbs off, one by one, then crushed what was left of the champion's head between his hands. The other humans threw down their arms and begged for the lives of those who did not fight. Noble, but foolish. I corralled the survivors into an airlock and sealed them inside. Rackus and Civics disagreed with me on how we should handle them. Rackus suggested that they would be more valuable in servitude, rather than be given to the cold dark.
Imagine it,
He asked of me.
usurpers wearing the sigil of our house, doing our bidding for us.
Civics seemed amused by this notion.
Usurpers serving us, he said with delight. We could steal back the great machine's favor by taking them from their identity.
By taking from them their identity, my bad. Rackus reached for the airlock controls, and I struck his hand away. He looked at me with confusion and attempted again. Disrespecting my leadership in front of the others, I knew I had to do something. Without hesitation, I evacuated the airlock into space, killing our captives. The brothers, angered, fought back. I held honor to my aspirations, strength above all. I butchered half the dregs loyal to Rackus and Civics, then turned my blades on the brothers. In spite of their struggle, they ended the battle at my feet. Half their followers dead and the others huddled in fear. My mother was fluent in the language of violence, but I was eloquent. I marooned Rackus and Civics on an asteroid for their final punishment, along with their surviving crew, and left them with a knife and my mother's lesson. When your crew questions your leadership, you make examples of them. I returned to our ketch, towing the derelict colony ship. When I told my mother what had become of Rackus and Civics, I expected her to approve. But instead, I saw something haunted in her eyes. I thought she was ashamed of me, of what I had done. But I was only following her example. I was victorious, and yet, in victory, I felt emptier than any failure. It was not until much later that I realized the truth. My mother was not ashamed of me. She was ashamed of herself. Three out of 10. Almost done. But that's the story. We're all done. It ends with Aramis getting away. Fuck. That sucks. So lame. Ooh, stuff to buy. Oh well. Thank you for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one. Keep your mind sharp and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.